Welcome to day 564 of our Web3 journey. I'm Ed
We're
Krasinski.
back.
We're
We're
back
back in our own offices.
here
Sorry.
with my brother Brian, who had to interrupt me. Anyhow, we're back. These videos are being sponsored by NFT Tech. They are an investor in DesoFi. DesoFi is a Web3 mobile app built on the Deso blockchain, and there's a ton of news to talk about. Our first day back in our own individual places for these videos after the Hurricane Ian kind of devastated Fort Myers and Sanibel and Fort Myers Beach. We're back. But to get started, we're going to talk about something just crypto related in general, and that's Google. Google's making a partnership, Brian.
Yeah, so Google announced this morning that they're partnering with Coinbase, which I think is pretty big for the crypto space. The partnership, it seems like it's going to be starting out pretty small, but with the possibility of a larger tie-in later on. But Google said they're going to start allowing customers to pay for their cloud services with crypto sometime in early 2023. So that could just be months away. In addition, Google said it's going to also explore using Coinbase Prime, which is a service that can store crypto and allow for trading. So Google might start storing some crypto on Coinbase as well. And Coinbase will move some of their applications to Google's cloud from where they're at now, which is Amazon Web Services. So this is an interesting tie-in. I think that it could be the start of something a lot bigger as we head into 2023, 2024.
Yeah, I like it. I like seeing these partnerships. I think it's amazing for Coinbase. I think it's amazing for the crypto space and just the internet in general. But moving on, DesoDollar is here. So DesoDollar, if you're on the Deso blockchain, if you have been following the Deso blockchain whatsoever, it's now here. And what DesoDollar is, several hours ago, they updated their profile, made two posts on Deso. DesoDollar is a stable coin that is native to the Deso blockchain. Of course, Nader Al-Naji, the creator of Deso, is behind this as well. Nader could be looked at as a grandfather of stablecoins, right, Brian?
Yeah, I think so.
So they are fully backed by USD stable assets. Currently consists of USDC. In the future, they plan to be USDC and US Treasuries. The makeup of the backing for the DesoDollar will be regularly reported on via the DesoDollar account. So you can follow that on Diamond app. You can follow that on NFTZ. Any app that's running on the Deso blockchain, DesoFi. In general, the DesoDollar coins are going to be exchangeable one-to-one with USDC via mega swapping service. And mega swap isn't yet launched, but it's coming, I'm guessing, in a matter of hours, days, maybe weeks. It's going to be at megaswap.xyz. The site's not up yet, but it's going to be up there, that domain name, and that's how you're going to do the exchanging. There's going to be a nominal fee to cover on-chain gas costs. Since Deso gas is super cheap and affordable, I expect this fee is going to be next to nothing. By using DesoDollar, you're going to have to agree to their terms of service. The terms of service was posted as a Deso blog on the account. You're going to have to agree that you're not going to do anything to promote or facilitate illegal activity. I mean, that's a given. The other post that the DesoDollar account made was a transparency report, and it's titled Transparency Report 00001. So it's the first ever DesoDollar transparency report. And that report shows that there's currently 100,000 DesoDollar coins in circulation. Very low number. That's just because it just started out. And 100% of the assets, like I said, are in USDC. We expect that to change, and we're probably gonna see a small percentage move into US Treasuries at some point. Deso user Brutal OG explained how this is going to work in more detail from what he understands. He said the 100,000 treasury means that they have $100,000 in US dollars held somewhere in an account to match that amount of DesoDollar volume. But as demand for the DesoDollar picks up, I mean, expect DeSo to sell either Bitcoin or DeSo and hold more in US dollar to back up the amount that is required. I'm sure more details are going to come relatively soon, maybe in the next hours or maybe in the next couple of days, that are going to explain the economics of how the DeSo dollar works in more detail. But I think this is an exciting time for DeSo.
Yeah, we've been waiting for this, and I think that DesoDollar could kind of serve Deso in two big ways. And one, of course, is its utility, having the ability to have a fully backed USD stablecoin is quite quite a feat, I think. But also, I think that just the fact that it's called DesoDollar, if this stable coin actually takes off and starts getting some buzz as a stable coin, I think that that in itself could add some publicity for Deso, the blockchain, which is definitely something that we could all use.
Yeah, that's a really good point. Like, I think if DesoDollar catches on as one of the main stable coins, I think it's going to do wonders for the Deso blockchain in general.
Yeah, it just adds another sort of funnel that can bring users to Deso ultimately. So moving on, Natter, he made an interesting post, and this was before we found out about the DeSo dollar post, but he said two big pieces of the DeSo roadmap are launching this week. He also said that there will be a third surprise launch. Our guess, obviously, is that it is the DeSo dollars one after seeing this post, and probably a USD treasury for DAO. I think that the DesoDollar kind of goes along with that. And as a third surprise, I'm guessing that maybe MegaSwap uh, could be what they're talking about. Perhaps a new COO announcement. I know that they have agreed on a new COO, and that person should be starting, I believe it's a he, sometime this month. So that's our guesses. I think there are other possibilities, maybe a listing on an exchange, but I think that's probably a lot less likely.
Yeah, I mean, I think the USD Treasury for DAO kind of goes along with the DeSo dollar. I think that kind of is one thing, maybe. So maybe we're going to see MegaSwap as the second thing. And like you said, the COO hiring, that could possibly be the third surprise. Again, these are just guesses. We don't have any insight or any inside information there. Listing, perhaps. We'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah.
But Natter made another post, and he compared DeSo daily active users to OpenSea's daily active users. And people know of OpenSea. People are like, I feel like OpenSea, I don't want to say it's mainstream, but a large amount of people, if you sample the right general population that uses the internet, will have heard of OpenSea. And his post read, user numbers haven't been this high since the early BitClout hype days. We remember those days. These are on-chain and bot filtered too. Today, OpenSea only had 15,600 on-chain users, and those aren't bot filtered. At this rate, DeSo will pass OpenSea daily active users in the next few weeks. And with it, he posted the daily active users shown on Base, I believe. It was either Base or OpenProsper. He says they're bot filtered. I don't know for sure how he's saying they're bot filtered. Does Base do something with bot filtering?
I'm not sure about that actually.
Anyhow, 15,600 just really isn't that large of a number for OpenSea to be valued so high. If you look at their market capital, it's just through the roof. So we're very close. DeSo is very close to, being able to be viewed at the same level of daily active users as OpenSea. And once that happens, I think investors are going to start realizing it. I think people who are into NFTs are going to start realizing it. So definitely an awesome point by Natter. I know OpenSea's daily active users are way down because the NFT space is way down, but still the comparison, those numbers are getting closer.
Yeah, absolutely. And like you said, I think the NFT space is kind of floundering right now, but not on DeSo. The NFT space on DeSo is actually doing quite well, especially with a few big projects like Wormholes and like the chimps. I'm sorry, I totally
Crypto
blank.
punk apes,
The crypto punk apes.
chimps.
Uh, I think that there's a lot of activity on DeSo related to NFTs as well. Of course, DeSo is more than just NFTs, a lot more than just NFTs. But I don't know if we're a few weeks away from having 15,600 daily active users. We have grown really fast. We've had picked that number up considerably over the last few weeks, but I'm not sure if that trend will continue at that pace. If we have 15,000 daily active users in a few weeks, I'd be pleasantly surprised though.
Yeah, and at the same time, to be fair, I think a lot of these users are coming on to claim NFTs from the Cyberpunk Apes series, and that's all they're doing. They're coming on claiming the NFTs, creating multiple accounts to claim multiple NFTs, and then not really participating in the ecosystem in any other way. So, I mean, those numbers are skewed, I think, but I do feel like any new user is valuable in that
Yeah.
people there's name recognition for DeSo, and there's people getting familiar with DeSo and how to use DeSo and how it can be used. So I think it is all very positive.
Yeah, and if you own an NFT, on DeSo, I think that you will likely be back to check the value of that NFT. And if you create an account on DeSo, most likely you're going to come back. And I think we're
And,
seeing a lot of that with some of the original BitClout OGs who are coming back to just check on things and see how things are going.
and we've also been seeing a large influx of new users using NFTZ.me. So those users coming on to collect NFTs are also discovering NFTZ.me, using NFTZ, minting NFTs with NFTZ, buying and selling NFTs. So I think it's good for the whole ecosystem in general, like I said.
Absolutely. And talking about daily active users, Base, they just added a new line to their daily active users chart that includes daily active addresses, which they call DAA. And I believe DAA is all wallets, including anonymous, no name wallets. So when you're looking at that number, that's what you can figure it is. Also, they added the ability to save the chart as a PNG, and you can also zoom in and out date wise to see more or less of the chart. So if you want to just see a small snippet, you can keep it there, or you can expand and see a longer time range.
Yeah, and that can be viewable at altumbase.com/DSO. And so the daily active user screen that we saw previously, I believe that was really that Natter was referring to in his post. I I believe Altum Base showed that as daily active users, but it was really daily active addresses. So they're going to have to update that. And so that's why I feel like maybe it's not actually filtering bots out because it's just showing some wallets. But I don't know what Natter's definition of bots is or how he comes to the conclusion that bots are filtered out or what he's using to filter bots out.
Right. So
So
what's Brutal doing?
yeah, Brutal. Brutal is doing some awesome things. Again, with Gem Story, continuing to iterate, continuing to make improvements and add features to the Gem Story app on the DeSo blockchain. You can check it out, gemstory.com. So you can now read all of the popular blogs created by people on DeSo in the past 7 days. So you're going to get to the blog section of Gem Story. It's going to list all the blog posts from the last 7 days. It's going to show the title. It's going to show a little bit of a short heading that explains the article a little bit, the DeSo username, the date and time the article was published, and you can read it, you can diamond it, you can interact with it. Just great job, Brutal, for the continual iteration.
Yeah, love Brutal's work. Of course, he's in Ukraine. He's been updating us on what's happening in Ukraine. It's really a sad situation. Keep building Brutal and keep Pope alive over in Ukraine because I think eventually it will pay off.
Go Ukraine. So Wormholes, we talked a lot about Wormholes yesterday and last week. It's a project created by a 12-year-old girl in the UK. She actually gave away 100 free Wormholes NFTs. The first people to claim the NFTs, maximum of 2 per person, got one. So far, as of this video, there have been 180 minted. So the first 100 that were free plus 80 that were sold at a price of 1 DeSo each. the project's going really, really well, and it's brought a lot of traffic onto the DeSo blockchain. So far, the top holders, according to NFTZ, are Milhouse Van Houten, who owns 13 Wormels, followed by Apertures, I believe has 12, then Nordian, Vishal Gulya, Natter, who I believe has 7 Wormels, Ambitious Lynch, underscore Fields underscore, Nicholas 7, and Gallergy. All of these people have at least 5 Wormels. And if you don't know this, you can actually go to wormels.nftz.me and see and click on your wormel or click on it from your profile on nftz.me and see the rarity score of your wormels. Currently, the rarest wormel, and this is going to change as more minted, is number 0082, which is owned by Nordian. It has a rarity score of 188, ranking it number 1 as the rarest wormel on the blockchain.
Yeah, I love this project. I love the fact that it's a 13-year-old that's putting these out, um, generating a lot of excitement. I pretty much like every post at one point that I was seeing in the hot feed was Wormels related yesterday, including a couple from us. But it's just one of many cool projects coming about, including one by Non-Fungible World called Non-Fungible Cactus. And you want to tell us a little bit about that project, Ed?
Yes, so non-fungible world is they call themselves a cross-chain company. And so they're minting different NFT projects on different chains. I don't know if they've minted anything on any chain other than DeSo yet. I haven't seen that, but I assume that's coming in the future. And if I'm wrong, and if you have, please correct me. But it's a cross-chain company, and every NFT is going to come with a 25% off coupon for any non-fungible world NFT from another chain. So if you buy a non-fungible cactus NFT on DeSo, you're going to get a 25% off coupon to buy an NFT from non-fungible world on another blockchain. And this is going to go in reverse too. So once they start minting Ethereum, Solana, whatever other chains they use, they're going to give these coupons to get a discount on the DeSo NFTs. And also 5% of every NFT sale goes to a monthly liquidity pool, which is going to be divided amongst the top hodlers of the non-fungible world NFTs. And the first 10 NFTs for this Cactus series will come with non-fungible world DeSo creator coins. So I think there's been more than 10 minted. I don't know if the first 10 have all sold out yet or not, but definitely check that out. Go to nonfungibleworld.nftz.me and you can check out all of their DeSo NFTs.
Yeah, it's a great project. And I think it could be another one of those projects that bring awareness from outside chains to DeSo because they're giving away creator coin. They're having this liquidity pool that they can distribute funds to. I think that it can actually showcase some of DeSo's, uh, I guess, core attributes to people on other chains, whether it's Solana or Ethereum or whatever other chain they work with.
And keeping it on NFTs, keeping the topic on NFTs, Cyber 8 Punks, which Brian mentioned earlier in the show. It's a project by It's Aditya and Nathan Wells, which basically gives away free NFTs to people who are coming on to claim them on the DeSo blockchain. So, but there's going to be number 10. Number 10 is going to be released tomorrow. But number 10 isn't, the first 9 had 1,000 NFTs minted for each edition, and they were given away as people claim them. But number 10 is going to be different. Number 10 is going to be a one of one. So super valuable, perhaps. I don't know. But the one of one is going to be rewarded to one lucky person who owns a Cyberpunk's NFT and or who follows Cyberpunk apes on DeSo. So Cyberpunk apes, follow them, buy some of their NFTs, and you're going to have a chance to win it. For each ape you own, and if you follow them, you're going to get an entry into the contest, a slot that will be, you're going to have a chance to win the one of one. It's Aditya did say that those who are trying to cheat the system by creating multiple accounts to claim as many of these as they can will be excluded from the giveaway. So don't think you're going to get away with, taking part in some kind of scam to get more entries. That's not going to work. The snapshot of ownership for these NFTs will be taken at 3 p.m. Eastern Time today, 7 p.m. GMT. So make sure you own as many as you can by that point in time, and you're going to be entered to win that one of one.
Yeah, great project. It's really helping to increase that number of daily active users on the DeSo blockchain. I just got to give a shout out again to It's a D and Nathan Wells for this idea. I think that not only is it just a really cool NFT series, but it's a really great way to get people to find DeSo and discover DeSo and get excited about DeSo.
Yeah, so number 9 is still claimable, I believe. The first 8, I believe, have all been given out, the all 1,000, but you can still try and buy them by just going to cyberpunkapes.nftz.me, and you can buy them there.
Yeah, so moving on, DesoFi. Of course, DesoFi we talk about every day because they are basically invested in by NFT Tech, who's one of our sponsors. But DesoFi is the mobile app for Deso, built by Rabal. It's an amazing app. And they decided that they're going to be giving away 4 diamonds to everybody who leaves a review on their iOS or Android app and then replies to the post that they made. The post is linked to above this video on Deso or below it on YouTube. And you also have to include a screenshot of your rating in the post. You also have to share their post. So currently 4 diamonds is worth around $1 or so. So it's just a nice little way to get some free Deso to play around with, especially if you're new to Deso. And definitely check out DesoFi, because if you're on mobile a lot and using Deso, then it is a really simplistic way, a really streamlined way to enter the blockchain.
Yeah, and back when DeSo was worth $200 per coin, that 4 diamonds would have been worth $10. So keep that in mind.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Uh, so the social world, yesterday they announced that they are further collaborating with NFTZ. NFTZ, of course, we are a part of. Thanks Ado and Social World for this collaboration. Every NFT viewed on the social world now has a link that says view on NFTZ. And Ado actually made a post and he explained why he did this. And he said, we believe this retains the user in an organic manner in the DeSo ecosystem, slightly increases the chances of buy activity, and teaches the users implicitly about the portability of data. And this is so true. And I think that one thing most new users miss is that there is this data that is portable and it's transferable between dozens of different nodes and applications. So you make a post on one, it appears elsewhere. You buy an NFT on one, it can be accessed everywhere. So I think that's really important, and I totally agree. Natter actually replied with an interesting comment as well. And he said, I don't believe in competitors. Everyone is doing their best to create value for the world. If someone is doing that in the same way as you actually have a lot in common. And you actually have a lot in common that you can bond over. And eventually you might even be on the same team. Be kind to your rivals. And I can't echo this enough. I think that a lot of times, especially like on with new technologies, everybody rushes in and they try and batter each other and beat each other out. But that's not what it's about. It's about working together. And it's about teaming up and collaborating. And that's the way we see it at NFTZ. I know that how Ado sees it, and I know that that's how Projects on DeSo see it.
Yeah, Brian, you're kind of freezing up a little bit there, but I think everybody got your point. So moving on, GD Virtual Galleries by GDS has announced a new collaboration as well. And this collaboration's with the La Liga Santander. They're the Spanish soccer league, and I know I mispronounced that terribly. And their new Dapper Labs NFTs, Golezos. I can't wait to see what this entails. GDS and GDS Virtual Galleries have been doing some awesome collaborations with their virtual galleries. Maybe they can get them to mint some NFTs on DeSo.
Yeah, absolutely. So tell us about some of the live auctions taking place on NFTZ today.
Yes, so as many of you know, nftz.me is the only place where you can currently post or view, I should say, and or view DeSo NFT auctions. If you just go to nftz.me/auctions, you can see all of the auctions that are ending soon. I believe these are in the last 7 days, but I want to highlight some of those ending in the next 24 hours. Crypto Bandits Bandits. Angry World Cup Edition number 1 ends at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Beer Buds number 149 ends at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. A Be Strong Ukraine NFT by Roland Sayodov ends at 4:30 Eastern Time. Volpe number 007 by DFOC ends at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. He's been putting up a new one every day, it seems. Tunal Arrows, haven't heard of them in a while. Number 195 is being auctioned off by Shady Acres, and that ends at 8:15 p.m. Eastern Time. MTK Matt is auctioning off his a sponsorship for his shirt and some of his clothing for the Berlin Marathon, and that ends at 11:30 p.m. Eastern Time. NFTZ sponsored him for the last marathon. Definitely worth checking out. That ends at 11:30. Check it out. It's worth bidding on if you want to get your name on his shirt. And the Clout Birds number 11 ends at 11:45 Eastern Time. And J. Louis Huerta Clay Dudes and ends at 6:30 a.m. Eastern Time tomorrow morning. Seems like this is a new project that he's starting. Check them all out. nftz.me/auctions.
So I know I'm probably breaking up, so maybe I'll have you do these top earners and every top bidders and everything. I guess my internet's not completely stable yet.
Yeah, I don't know, Brian. I guess your internet's still not right. But anyhow, the 10 people with the most NFT bids in the last 24 hours, thanks to NFTZ, is Ambitious Lynch, Sable123, Soulate, Dagwan Ren, Wushin, HLY888, Apertures, Tia Jua, 012345, and WWGYHS. And the top diamonded creators in the last 24 hours per Altum base are Wormels, Cyberpunk Apes, Natter, Dinin Ugraha 09, Divine with a 1 for the I's and a 3 for the E's, Diego Robot, NFT Messiah, Manric Photo, Apertures is in all these lists. Clout Women Unite. Congrats to all of them. Good to see Clout Women Unite back up there. And today's events, thanks to Miss Katie, and these are all events taking place on Deso apps or in regards to Deso. 10 a.m. Eastern Time is CryptoFi Weekly. Deso is on the move. How to play it with Darian Parrish on Entra. Then at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, Strategies to Survive the NFT Bear Market with Mario Nawfall and Twitter Spaces. Always a great room. Definitely check that out. 1 p.m. Eastern Time is Wizards Toolkit Review with One Dolinsky on Vibe Hut. At 2 p.m. Eastern Time is Deso Alt Space Metaverse with Daryl Gold, Wildography, Dr. Rob, Mr. Triplet, Restart You, Clay Perry Music, I Am CompuBear, Extinct, Verarisha, there's a lot of names here, Sky Black Tunes, Rhubarb, Spunk Art, Jay Lamb, Anna Natter, Adapt, Our Pete, Salvo, Wendy Lee, Maintained a Reason, GDS, Amber Byers, Naya McMahon, Speaking Light, John Jordan, Infrared Artist, Ariane Simpson, ETH, The Devil, Now and Then, Quanti, Stefan Orlando, and many, many more. These are people who attend this event regularly. And at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time is AMA Investor Office Hours on Entra, and 6 p.m. Eastern Time is New Users Welcome and a walkthrough on Entra with Sean Tron. Definitely go to Miss Katie Ann's profile for direct links to these events. And sorry for Brian's internet. I don't know what's going on with him. He's very, very weird looking sometimes today. Some frozen faces and whatnot. But hopefully that's all fixed tomorrow. Everybody have a great rest of your week, rest of your day. Do you want to say bye, Brian? All right, I guess that's bye.